Hello.
Hey, y'all.
Hi. Lackluster. Yes. That was a lackluster hello.
We have some hot topics. And
Hot
not like the
takes.
store.
Hot Pockets.
Oh, like the store. Oh my gosh.
Hot topic.
That took me like a millisecond to figure out.
Yeah.
That's a great store though.
Yeah.
I always wonder when we watch when I watch 2000s movies, I'm like, oh yeah, the mall, blah, blah, blah. Like this store, this store, this store. And now like half those stores are like declining and they'll probably not exist.
Around.
And so I'm like,
Sad.
these kids are going to be so confused. They're going to be like, what's a hot topic? What's a who hot? Or what?
Who hot Mongolian grill? Oh my gosh,
No.
delish.
Red Lobster. I think they're declining.
I see. Texas Roadhouse. Calvin just went to that, and I'm
Texas
so
Roadhouse
jealous.
is always packed.
I've heard it's so good, and I really want to get a roll.
Yuck.
Have you been there?
No, I've never been. And Calvin went for the first time without me, and I'm like, how dare you?
I've never had a bad experience at Texas Roadhouse.
Wow. Yum.
I've had
I
good
love a good steak,
experiences,
too.
but like I'm not a fan of like the butter and the rolls
What?
because I like savory.
Are they sweet?
Yeah, they're sweet.
Oh, is it like honey butter?
Cinnamon.
What is wrong with
Oh,
you?
man. I want a savory roll, too. They're sweet rolls.
Well, you can put cinnamon butter on it.
I don't like that. I want
Okay,
regular butter.
well, you have to try
Yeah,
it.
I want a good whipped butter.
I want a delicious butter. Whipped butter, yeah.
I'm
Yum.
gagged. Like, I can't even.
I don't want cinnamon butter.
I know, a lot of people judge me.
Unless it's a Hawaiian roll, then I'll do a
Hawaiian's
sweet roll because it's a Hawaiian roll and they're kind of naturally sweet.
They're in a league of their own.
They're delish.
Yeah,
But
I get a
want
lot of
regular
hate
butter.
over here.
We're going to get canceled.
Regular
I'm going to
butter is
cancel
what I
us.
want. Just salted butter. That's all I
Yes,
want.
same.
I'm not in my sweet era right now unless it's chocolate milk. Love some chocolate milk.
And that was our first hot topic.
Yeah, hot
Sarah
take
and
number
Hannah
one.
are wrong, first
Hot
of
take
all.
number one.
But we were going to talk about MLMs, multi-level marketing.
And as of right now, we all sit in the anti portion.
Yes.
Just for anyone listening who's trying to send us a message, don't.
Yes. So
Sorry.
I have personal experience as
Yes, 'cause
an MLM.
An MLMer.
What was your
MLMer.
business?
LuLaRoe.
LuLaRoe.
This was
So
pre-documentary.
the crazy leggings,
Dresses,
and patterns,
t-shirts.
dresses, t-shirts.
What did they start off with first? Was
Leggings.
it leggings?
Yes,
And
and,
they were-
dresses.
Leggings or dresses? Okay.
Yeah, and so they talk about, I follow a lot of anti-MLM content.
Love that.
And they talk about how they kind of,
You follow so many people. Do you just like, how do you follow so many?
Consume?
Yeah, wow. Okay, no, sorry.
I listen to a lot. So I like this one girl on YouTube. I wish I would have looked up her name first, but she's pretty great. She does a ton of MLM content on YouTube. If you search anti-MLM content on YouTube, she's blonde. She's super nice. She's got,
I just read the Reddits.
come up.
She'll
Yes.
probably be a first tag.
Yes.
or
And
suggestion.
so they talk about how they kind of not approach, they kind of target women who are maybe freshly
Insecure.
postpartum, looking for stay-at-home work, looking to make some extra income on the side. And
Basically, freshly anything.
It's
Freshly
like
divorced,
preying.
freshly pregnant, freshly
Yes.
postpartum,
Preying
freshly
on
married.
women, basically, who
Yeah.
are suffering from
In
all
like
those.
a very, I don't want to say
vulnerable.
vulnerable, not necessarily always vulnerable, but like a new
Yes.
stage of life.
Yes.
So I was freshly postpartum and I wasn't targeted. My cousin was doing it and Ariel's wonderful. I have nothing bad to say about my upline. But I was just influenced because I really loved, I got one Irma is the name of the top. And I still have that top. I really love that top. And yes, it's a style. And I went and
I don't want to say
styled
ugly
it.
name, but what a
I know.
strange, like
Yes.
old school name.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So I styled it in a couple different ways and I posted on Facebook and I just was shouting out my cousin's business and I was like, look how I styled my Irma. And I got a ton of like feedback like, oh my gosh, you look so great. And wow, that's so cute. And
So you're saying we should go back on your Facebook and look for this post?
I'll link it in the show notes. Anyway, but yes, I will include some of my crazy patterns outfits. We'll post that on the Instagrams. But I was very successful at it. We redid our entire toy room on the main floor. Craig built me shelving and all the things.
because of this business?
And I had people come and shop at my house and it was
We love a supportive husband, though.
yes.
Yeah.
Love that for you.
Yes, it was great, honestly. I had a lot of fun doing it, but I had $26,000 in sales in about 3 months. So I wasn't bad at it, but every time you sold a top at least 50 to 60% profit margin. So like I only got 40%, and it costs that much for me to get the inventory. And then I had to go buy more inventory with my 40%, but I had to pay 60% to get more inventory. It just never added
You're
up.
losing money.
Yes,
How
that is
does-
how MLMs work. If you look at,
But how could you even like you're a numbers person, you're a money's person.
I wasn't at the
did you-
time.
I was gonna say at the time she wasn't. And
Yes.
Okay.
From reading your blogs.
Right.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Continue.
So that was the first time I opened up a credit card too. So you have to open up. It's at least a minimum $4,500 buy-in to get your initial set of inventory. You have no control over what inventory you get. You get all of these crazy patterns. It's totally up to the company to send you good stuff that may or may not sell.
Ooh.
So you choose what kind of tops. And initially, you don't get to choose anything. It's like, this is your welcome package. It's $4,500. I put it all on a credit card. And I was like, wow, this is great. You know, I have 2 years to pay this off. I'm going to have such a successful business by the end of this. You know what I mean? And I never, ever could pay off that credit card. So finally, I kind of woke up to, I'm not making any money at this about 3 months in. And by then, they were starting to also, other consultants were kind of starting to wake up. You'll watch the documentary. And then everybody, so they started this process that's like a return process. You can send back all of your inventory risk-free for this very small period of time. And I got in the deadline by 3 days. Otherwise I would not have been able to get a full refund on my inventory.
Wow.
And I still never was able to, once I closed my business, sent all of my inventory back, I had $26,000 in sales in that short period of time. I still never paid that initial credit card off. And by then I had put clothing racks and hangers and all of this mannequins and all of this other stuff.
gosh.
Another $4,000. And I ended up with $8,000 of credit card debt by the time I had gotten a full refund on all of my inventory.
Holy smokes.
And I was 21.
Holy cow.
Oh my gosh.
So I am very anti-MLM. There's my LuLaRoe story.
Yeah.
So you didn't get that full money back?
I did.
You did.
And I still was in the hole.
Because she paid for, you have to pay for like the mannequins and whatever. Although I guess technically, I don't know what the write-off situation is for that, like tax-wise, but even still, like you'd have to pay off the credit card and you have to like, so even if you were given back, you were refunded the initial money of the $4,000, like.
But I had already bought in so much, and you're
yeah.
still losing
You'd
about
invested so
20%. There's still about that 20. It's between. So when there's a shirt that I paid, let's say 60% of what I mark it up for, right? So I actually make 40%, but then I have to take that back and I have to buy another shirt to replace that shirt, and it's 60%. So I
you're
take my
paying an extra
40%
on top of that to replace it. So
Yes.
you're losing that 20%.
every
Does that make
single time
sense?
I made an order.
Yeah.
Dang.
So I was lucky in the fact that I did get the full refund. And I was able to send all my inventory back. However, it was then they backpedaled because so many consultants did that. So they
Return?
backpedaled. Yes, wanted to do returns. So 3 days after I got the okay to send my inventory back, they announced that they were done with that program.
Oh,
And
shoot,
so
because
a ton
everyone
of
was doing.
consultants were just fucked.
Oh my God.
So I consume a lot of anti-MLM content. There's a lot of it's MLM horror stories is what they're called. And she reads these stories that are sent in by people about, you know, the targeting that they do and the, hey girl, there's a lot of like Amway.
Hate
Yeah.
that. Anytime
Where they like trick you into going to these conferences, and all of these conferences are like, you can do it, and super motivational, inspirational with no real actual
Yes.
tactical advice.
Because
my
I remember
gosh.
watching that documentary, LuLaRoe. I always want to say Lululemon, but it's LuLaRoe.
LuLaRoe.
And
LuLaNO, legit business. LuLaRoe,
Yeah.
not so much.
But like I just remember that they would like showcase and like, you know, they were like a peacock, like, look how successful we are. We'll have Kelly Clarkson perform for you. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that looks so fun. But I didn't know how to get into it. So
It's good.
Good.
That's good.
Yeah, thank goodness.
So these companies where you really make money is you make money recruiting people.
Through your downline.
Yes. So my upline, my cousin Ariel, probably made more money off of me
Because
selling.
she got you into it.
Yes, me selling than her selling. I ended up having more sales than her. I was in it longer than her.
Pyramid scheme.
Yes,
Right.
exactly. So her upline from there got more money because I joined. And so that is how.
And continuing on.
And I had no desire to try and recruit anybody. I sincerely just loved
The clothes.
the clothes. I loved taking pictures. I loved posting and interacting with people, which I should have just started a fucking blog like I did 3 years later. But that's my LuLaRoe story.
Dang.
I have one about,
Yeah,
can't remember
what
what
made you
the-
so anti-MLM?
well, the biggest thing that made me anti-MLM is just to see the way that they go after people. So like when I first had my first kid, I was like 5 months pregnant before I knew that I was pregnant. And like, I was trying to play catch up and trying to so I joined a shit ton of mom groups. I was in every single mom group on Facebook that I could possibly
Back
join.
in 2016.
Back in 2016.
They were big.
Yes.
That was,
and so
it works.
Yep.
Oh,
I got
yes.
messages every single day immediately upon joining these groups. Every single day I would get messages. Hey, mama. Hey, girl. Hey, you want to be a boss? You want to blah? I'm just like,
No.
you don't care about me. You don't know me. You're not asking me anything personal. You're not asking to be my friend. Like, you just want me to sell shit for you or to be sold shit. Like, no. So that was my initial, like, really hate. And sometimes, like, some aspects now that I was like after a while, I was in the know about like these tactics and whatever, like there are things that I found funny. Like one time, this girl that Calvin and I went to high school with, she like sent us a card or something, or she gave Calvin a card. I don't even remember exactly how that situation happened, but it was to go and have a free dinner at Pizza Ranch. And she was just gonna like talk to us about some stuff. And I was like, Calvin and I were talking about it and we're like, how much do you want to bet this is an MLM thing? And we were like taking bets with each other and we were trying to decide like which ones it would be. We were like, it could be Melaleuca, it could be, what's that other oil? doTERRA, it could be fucking the thieves place, whatever they do, I forget.
Yep.
My
Could be
mom's into
any of these
thieves.
things. Yeah, it could be anything. And then we show up and we go, and it's Melaleuca. And I'm not saying that some of those things really don't work. That's not what I'm saying. In some cases, I'm sure some of these companies do have products that work or are fine or whatever. But the targeting of it is just like outrageous.
Yeah.
It's outrageous. And to now be able to just like immediately call it out and be like, oh yeah, that's an MLM thing. Drives me
So
crazy.
I'm trying to think of the ones that were super popular. 2016 was like the time for MLMs. I feel like
That was just really the year.
Beachbody, yeah,
Beachbody, It Works. What was
Which
the
I
one
had a
with
friend-
the shakes? Thrive.
Yes.
Level.
And now they have figured it out. I think it's Thrive. They have figured it out where they open a store and they sell the damn shakes.
Yes, and I went to, because there's a store here in Mason, and they opened up, and like literally, I thought it was weird because they're like, oh yeah, put your name and information
No,
in here.
no.
And I'm like,
Don't you
but
do
I
it
just
to me.
want a drink. Why do
No.
you need my information?
I do not support that business because I don't think, from what I've seen, I do not think they're upfront about it.
No,
And so I
they
say
weren't.
absolutely
because
not.
I followed them on Facebook, and then I saw like, our girl just won like the top like sales or whatever, and I'm like, yeah, because
Is this Herbalife?
Yes, Herbalife.
No.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
they call it something.
The store
Something
name has
nutrition,
nothing to
I'm
do
sure.
with the store name has nothing to do with the
Okay.
company of that. Yeah.
But yeah,
But
I
yes,
I
they're-
quit
they're-
going there because
yes.
I'm like, you guys are kind of lying.
Calvin's gone there a
little
couple times and I'm like, please stop going there because I don't support it and you're not going to support it.
Hot take. I'm going to give a huge shout out. Urban Nutrition in Decorah. They are an Herbalife nutrition store. I love it.
See, there are
I get my protein shake every time I go to Decorah. I don't subscribe to any of their powders or potions or anything like that, but I absolutely love it. And that is
Do you have
one
the right
This
your
is what
name
I'm
and
saying.
information?
This is what
No.
I'm saying and what I mean that sometimes some of these companies do have products that aren't like bad.
Yeah.
But the like predatory nature of MLM in general is just atrocious.
Well,
and that's why I
kind of like the
cannot
line,
support
like,
it.
oh, look how successful she is,
Exactly.
and I'm like,
you can be a
well,
girl boss. Girl boss your way to the sun, girl. Shut the freaking heck up.
Okay, but the MLMs, so I'm still I still consume 3. Okay, so I do Herbalife.
Oh, geez.
I don't buy any of the stuff, but I go to Naked
go
a
to
Shake.
that
Yes.
store, yeah.
Zaya Activewear.
Oh, my mom likes them.
Love Zaya. Misty, my personal trainer, she doesn't try to recruit anyone. She just genuinely shares the information, and she does such a
what?
great job at
The
it.
athletic
wear and how
pants?
you can style it and everything like that. And she is just a rock star at it. And she's not trying to recruit you or anything like that. She's not even trying to sell anything. She's just sharing genuinely what she loves about the company. And I have bought several things from there. I bought them. The last time I worked out with her was before I had Anders, and I still wore the same exact workout outfit that I wear every time I work out. And 3 years later, it's still holding up. Absolutely. So it says a lot about it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then the other one I do is Amare. I don't know if you've heard of that. They have like some mental wellness company, and I take some of their mood supplements, and I buy those every month. But there are less. I can just go on the website and buy it. I don't have to
A lot
go
of those
through
places you can
someone to
actually
buy
go
it.
on their website and buy
Yes.
stuff without having to go through a person. I
And
forget
then
what it's called.
Crunchy is another one. I get my makeup from there. Some of my like skincare moisturizer stuff.
Yep.
And
Unique
I guess
was what I was thinking of.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, the mascara, the spider legs mascara. So I can't hate on. I am anti MLM in terms of I don't think you should be recruiting people. If you really like a product, tell me about your product, and I'll consider it. But
Yeah.
I don't want people just coming after me just because I'm a female who happens to wear clothes or wear makeup or drink drinks. Like, know me as a human. And then if you actually think I'm genuinely going to like this thing that you're trying to sell, then you can talk to me about it.
My thing
it's
is
probably going to be a no.
the lies.
Yep.
Because when I was a new bride, or no, I wasn't a bride. I was newly engaged. I went to all the wedding, what are they
bridal
called?
shows.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
And so their sign would say, "Get a spa day with you and your friends." And I'm like, "Ooh,
Malarkey.
that sounds fun," but I didn't know.
They make you do it yourself.
I didn't
Mary
know
Kay
at-
facials is what
Yes.
you got.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Yes, but I didn't know it, so I I'll do that and see if I win. And then there was another one, win a private chef cooking for you.
Was that the knives? Was it the
No,
knives?
that was the
Oh.
pots and pans. So I'm like, ooh, Nick and I, we could win a chef cooking for us. Like, how romantic. And so I'm like, yep, I'll do that one. And then I got calls the next day. Hey, Anna, you just won a girls' day. And I'm like, okay, sweet. And then I got the other call. Hey, you just won your free dinner with the chef that's going to cook you a meal. I'm like, awesome. We're going to have,
Gullible.
I went to the mall. I had the girl, I got all my friends like, hey, this girl's going to come and do our makeup and our spa and our facial. And my friend Kelly was like, I deserve a day. I want to do that. And I'm like, awesome. So I had all my friends and my mom and mother-in-law all come over. And it was a Mary Kay pitch. And I'm like, oh, shit. Like, fuck.
Oh man, did you get your facial?
We had to do it ourselves.
Yep.
Yeah.
What?
That's
So-
how it works.
Yeah, so we were
Gosh.
sitting at like my dinky ass table and just kind of like with our little mirrors, like trying to do our
While this
facial.
random fucking lady that you
Yeah,
don't
she's
even
just going
know.
off and like, this is, I want to be so successful that I want to have a pink Lamborghini and everything. And it was always pink.
No, it was like a pink Corvette or something at the
Yes.
time.
I was
Yeah,
like-
it was like a convertible.
Were you there?
No, but my mom bought Mary Kay until I think she still buys Mary Kay, to be
My
honest.
mom does too. I think my mom got sucked into it.
Yeah,
and she can't
so
get out.
we'd be buying my whole childhood.
Yeah.
We'd be buying Mary Kay.
Yeah.
I've been to like 3 or 4 of those Mary Kay parties, okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we did that. And then I was like, well, I see that you guys do makeup. Are we going to try out some of the makeup? And the lady's like, yeah, I can do your makeup. And my cousin, she's just beautiful. But she wishes she had some features that most people have. And she was like, well, can you put some eyebrows on me?
What are you talking about? Okay, I know exactly what she was talking about.
And the lady grabbed like It's like the brush that you would get at a Claire's Kids Cosmetics. She like swiped some eyeshadow on it and then just swiped it on her eyebrow. And my friend, she's trying to be super nice, like, I love it. And then she like looked at all of us with this horror in her face. And then she, the lady turned her back again and she was like, I love it.
Oh my God.
Well, she got them done and like they made it look super natural.
Yeah.
And I love it. I'm like, I like.
She get microblading?
Yes.
Oh,
but I was
nice.
like, I
haven't
didn't
seen her
even
since then.
notice, but like they made it look so natural on your face, and she loves it. But
Good.
that was my first fail, and then the second one was the chef, and so I made Nick dress up, button up shirt, nice pants on, and I wore a dress, and I'm like, yay, we get to go to a hotel and have this romantic dinner. No, we were with like 12 other couples.
Did they feed you food?
A unseasoned chicken breast and a potato. And maybe
Oh
like
my
some green
gosh.
beans. But it was a pitch for pots and pans, and he was like, you could buy this whole set for $1,500.
Oh my gosh.
And this is such a good deal.
Oh my gosh, Hannah, there's gullible written on the ceiling.
I know, Nick. He was so weird about it. He was like, "So someone's gonna cook for us?" I'm like, "Yeah, I want a raffle, and it's gonna be us two, and blah blah blah." And Nick's just sitting like he
immediately knew.
He knew.
He knew.
He didn't wanna say-
It's a classic Nick move where he just like knows stuff and he gets that
He just
face
does things
and-
to make me happy, but the whole time he's just arms crossed. And then I was, we got to the car and he's like, "Are you still hungry?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So we went to the Burger King drive-thru and we're just scarfing down burgers. He's like, "Okay, don't sign up for anything else." And I'm like, I really thought they were trying to be like truthful, but no. So that's what I hate about MLMs. They make
There's
it
like
sound.
an element of like just shady.
But I suppose people don't want to come see my presentation on pots and pans. Like maybe some people are into that.
I just about fell for one recently. We were at Wisconsin Dells,
I don't know.
timeshare.
Oh,
And they're like, you get a free stay. All you got to do is go sit through this conversation,
Literally.
this presentation. It's
Yeah.
like, you don't have to buy anything. You don't have to do anything. You just have to literally just sit through the presentation. You get a free stay. I was like, that sounds
ding ding ding.
Awesome.
not good. No, but yeah, you got to be careful. They make you visit a desk before you.
Did someone approach you?
No, but I had to visit a desk to get adventure tickets or whatever. So you got like free arcade pass or something if you went and talked to this desk, and you have to get it from these people. And they're like, "Hey, by the way, what are you doing tomorrow?
Yep.
We'll watch your kids." Yeah, like they had like daycare on site for your
No.
kids, so you could go to this presentation.
No.
Scary.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
no.
like, I think I'm good. But
When I
yeah.
went to Vegas, I did some research, and they're like, avoid people who are in like a suit and they're just kind of looking around because they're like looking for the perfect kind of person. It's usually targeted toward an older
Speaking
couple.
of, I'm just curious if you guys went when we went to Nicki Minaj. Did you see the man in the purple suit outside? He was maybe like a block from the
Yes.
theater.
yeah,
Pegged him right away as a potential like either ticket guy or
scalper.
con.
Yeah.
Mhm. And
Wait,
I
was,
like,
he with other people?
No. He was by himself, I think. It was just a middle-aged man in a bright purple suit.
Was he kind of by the guy that complimented us on our outfit?
It was right around there, I
Yes.
think, maybe.
Yes.
Yeah,
And he
maybe.
was in the, I was like, something is sus about him.
Yep.
That's in my memory. I couldn't figure out why he stuck out to me, but yeah, that's probably
Yep.
it.
Thank God you guys saw,
He's
because
a
I would have been like,
smooth criminal.
Yeah, no, I was like, ooh, don't look. He like kind of glanced toward us and I was like, avert your eyes, avert your eyes.
Yep.
Yeah.
How about Usborne books?
Oh, my mom does those. My mom is in all the MLMs. She buys all
Same.
of them.
My mom's in the
thick of
cleaning,
it. She's in the throes.
the cleaning and the makeup.
Oh, Norwex.
My mom does Norwex.
Oh my God.
I'm telling you, she does. Mom, if you're listening, I love you. I wish you would not buy quite so many MLM products, but I do love you. I wish you wouldn't.
Does she sell any?
Not that I know of. She used to be a Tupperware person, I think.
I forgot about Tupperware, Pampered Chef,
Yeah,
Stella and
Tupperware.
Dot.
Pampered Chef.
Do you remember? Maybe it was Pampered Chef. Oh my gosh, she loves Pampered Chef. She's all about the Pampered Chef. Do you remember the jewelry.
Yes. What was that
We went to a
called?
jewelry one
Was
together.
it Stella and Dot?
I don't remember. There were a couple. Yeah.
Okay.
This was like maybe a year after Bronson was born. Hannah and I went to.
Cookie Lee.
Is that what it was?
I remember that one.
What's
Yeah,
that?
it was
What was that?
completely.
What was that?
That
was
was
a
the
jewelry.
jewelry.
Okay, there were
Really
multiple
popular.
jewelry. Oh,
Yep,
so
I remember
many.
going to one with my mom when I was like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
party. I
I
was
went to
super
I
young.
went to them with my mom all the time. Or like they were at our house. Like
But
all
see,
the time
I was
when
always
younger.
excited to go to those parties because
Because I didn't know.
No, because I'm a fatty, and I was like, what kind of food are they gonna have?
yes,
Yeah, everybody would bring snacks like deviled eggs,
Especially
and stuff, and I
Pampered
was like,
Chef
oh my
parties.
gosh. Absolutely.
I still have a couple Pampered Chef pans. I
Pampered
don't think
Chef is
that's
not bad.
Yeah,
My brother
it's so
did Pampered
expensive.
Chef, but
So did my sister did Pampered Chef.
oh man,
Because at the time she's a teacher and she was working like part-time, I think, because of just like what was available in her area. So she was like, let me make some extra money
Yeah.
doing Pampered Chef. And I think she did make some money, but she had to like do parties and stuff. And she's
Yeah.
just like, I'm just not, it's not for me. I was like, fair.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm not asking anybody to buy some stuff for me. I don't even want to buy it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Did you have a story about Pampered Chef? Your eyes lit up when we
Oh,
said that.
my brother did it, and I think it didn't turn out as
Really? I actually
like just trying to get out of it.
Oh,
I don't think it
we
was
talking about
as
Nathan?
great. Yeah.
okay. I think actually
Because he
he'd be
kept
really
trying to
good at
sell
it.
me like, oh, but you should buy this Pampered Chef, and I'm like, no.
Yeah. I
I'll
think
just go
he'd
to
actually
Walmart
be a
and get
pretty
it.
good salesman though.
Yeah.
I think he has the personality for it.
But if you look at these companies, it's like the very top 1% makes an average living wage
Ew.
of the company, like maybe 50,000 a year.
When was those stats? Or
They
So the
yearly
girl-
they have to release them like for tax purposes.
Compensation plans.
Yes. So you can go. I think it's like a law that it's supposed to be readily available on their website, so you can go and look.
So the girl that I follow on YouTube, she does deep dives into all of these compensation plans and like lays it out and explains all of it. So you should search any website before you get into it. She talks a lot about like people who approach people with cancer and are like, these oils are really good for your liver, or you need to do this detox.
Hate that.
Or you know what I mean? And I've fallen
So
in a
praying.
couple of those rabbit holes too myself, especially like, I don't know. There's this one girl I follow. That's how I got on the Amare. And I just like, I listened to her podcast. She's got thousands of podcast episodes, and I've listened to her since like the 300th episode.
oh, wow.
And so I feel like I really trust this girl. And she started talking about this Amara, the mentobiotics, the mental wellness of it, and like the relief plus, mood plus, stress plus. It's like all of this like mental stuff. And I really do notice a difference with the products. So it's hard for me to say. But when you have that established trust with somebody,
Right.
like that's how I got into Crunchy. I was an influencer that I followed who I really, really liked. And she's like, this is a new product that I found and I really like it and this is it. And they just like genuinely share about it. And I already have that relationship built with them. It's hard to not
Yeah.
consider that.
I'm very picky about my makeup though, so I don't know.
I've stuck with one YouTuber, beauty
Yeah,
YouTuber.
Juicy Jazz.
Juicy Jazz, and she has not done me wrong.
Did I tell you that one of my favorite YouTubers just was talking about her the other day? In a good
Really?
way, yeah. They were like, oh yeah, I heard Juicy Jazz uses this product, and I was like, oh, I gotta try that. So,
She just hit 1 million followers
oh, good for her.
after 12 years.
Good for her. That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I'm happy for her. I'm like, yay, cheering for her. But
That's
yeah,
awesome.
I get how you like if you've been following this person for a long time, and yeah, you just like genuinely really respect their opinions. Like
We forgot about the big one,
what?
Monet.
Oh my gosh.
Monet.
MONAT, hair.
Is it? I thought it was E.T. Is that the actual
AT.
artist? I don't know.
That's the artist.
Okay.
I fell down the Monet rabbit hole. Monat. I don't
It's
know how to
Monet.
say it.
It's for sure
Monet.
Yes,
Monet. Yeah.
I don't know. I've definitely fell down that too. And then I read that it makes your hair fall out.
Yes, I heard that.
No, I heard that with Wen. Remember Wen?
Both. It's a certain ingredient, I think, supposedly, that's in multiple hair products across the board. So there are multiple products that have lawsuits
Yeah,
or
I
have
mean,
had lawsuits.
even in the drugstores too, because it was
It was like the Suave one that was
Tresemme.
something. Oh, yeah, maybe it was Tresemme.
Tresemme, yeah. So
yeah.
like Pantene, Herbal Essence, Tresemme, Aussie,
Suave.
and
Sure,
Suave.
it was Suave. Dove, I think maybe too, but it was for something
Dove
else.
was dry shampoo.
Yep.
Give you cancer.
Yes.
Ooh, okay. We'll put Dove on the list. So try not to use those drugstore shampoos and conditioners. I mean, I've heard good things about Kristen S.
Yeah, same.
Native.
Yep.
I use a lot of
Actually,
Native.
I think Native is under
Yeah.
lawsuit right now for something.
Yes.
So you better
Seriously.
double
just
check
as soon
there.
as you find a good product.
Don't know if it was the shampoo. I think it was the body wash. So just double check that.
Well, I use that too.
Just
I was
double
just
check.
gonna go buy some at Target after this.
Nope, don't do it.
Yeah, stay away from Native.
What
I think,
other products?
but now like there's some pretty good products out there. Just kind
Yeah.
of stay away from like your general.
Yeah, like big box,
Yeah. Go for the small
small businesses. I really like a shout out to Alafia.
Heritage. It's called Heritage.
I like Alafia. They're not in Target or anything, but they're really good. I really, really like them. They have all different kinds of shampoos, body washes, soaps.
What kind
It's
of
like an African black soap.
what kind of education do you get in beauty school about recommending products?
Oh yeah, we were talking about this the other day because we were talking about curly girl stuff.
They
Or
didn't-
no, we were talking about Ulta.
We didn't really cover a whole lot. We're just kind of feeling the person's hair, like, oh, you're kind of oily. You should, try to do this. And then they would show the comparisons of a shampoo, like what it should look like versus the in-store where it just kind of sits and it's not being sold enough that it just sits there and doesn't do anything. So we didn't do a whole lot of product. I just had to kind of learn that on my own. And then as I got into the place that I'm at now, they talk more about products and like each person's hair type and what they should be having. So product knowledge, I had to learn a lot of that on my own.
I find that's the case for a lot of places, a lot of things.
Yep.
So you just kind of have to do your own study.
Yep. I mean, school just kind of it teaches you the basics.
Yeah,
And
nursing school as well.
Yep. And then it's kind of up to you to kind of expand
Specialize.
from it and
Yeah.
like just really grow yourself. And because I was terrible at men's fades, horrible. I couldn't get that blunt
Nice
line
taper.
to fade. And it pissed me off. And I asked girls what they did, and they're like, oh, I just do this. And I would see the aftermath, and I'm like, yeah, that's still
That ain't
looking-
it either.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, and this is, 2015 when Instagram was kind of popping off and YouTube a little bit too, like the deep dive of barbers. So I would just kind of watch them and I'm like, okay, I see where you're getting at, but I still see a line. So it's just, you got to
Trial and error and
teach yourself and I
Find
practiced
what you
on
specialize in.
yep. Yeah.
Practice, practice, practice.
Yeah.
Well, ladies, I think we were going to add some more to this episode, but I think this could be an episode all in itself.
Yeah, really could.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think maybe we could wrap it up there unless you have anything else you wanted to add.
And we would love to hear your comments on this one.
Yeah.
Yes.
All you
Let's hear
MLM
your
peeps.
MLM horror stories.
Yeah, give us your horror stories. Give us maybe your good experiences.
Yeah.
Maybe you're in an MLM and you want to talk about it. I don't know if I'm going to read it,
And
but
maybe
you can put
change
it on there.
change our mind.
Change my mind.
Change our mind.
Yeah. If
you
you
go.
really like MLMs and you got one that you think is fire, leave it in the comments
Yeah, I'd love to hear it.
on Instagram. 30 Crying and Trying.
We have conversations every Friday in the comment section, as long as someone leaves us a comment.
Exactly.
We can always trust Danielle. She got
Yes.
it. Shout out to Danielle.
Shout out Danielle.
Hello, girl.
All right.
right.
This has been Kalissa.
Hannah.
And Sarah.
Bye.